Hi guys, thanks for stopping by. This is Sophia. I have with me a little project share. I wanted to show what I made for the Gingerbread Smiles swap. This swap was hosted by Sele Juarez. It's her annual gingerbread swap that she does. This year it was a one-on-one, and my partner was Sabrina. I will put her username in the description box because I can't remember what it is. I'm so sorry. But I made a few things. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was like 3 pairs of embellishments was what we needed to make, and we needed to house it in an embellishment book. So let's do that first. So I'll just move all of this over here. But this is my embellishment book. I used oops, that's a Valentine's ribbon. I used this die. It's the Calculator Mini Album by KS Craft, and I basically only used this big base piece. I cut my album out of like a box chipboard or whatever, and then I cut papers out and covered both sides. And so this is my cover. I kind of kept it simple. I mean, there is some paper piecing, but it's not super complicated or anything like that. I just wanted it to be clean and simple and cute. And I added some ribbons here on the side. These skinnier ribbons, I added jingle bells on the end. I don't think you can really hear it, but I think they're cute. There's like several gingerbread ribbons on it, as you can see, and then I added a little dangle on here. I connected it to the ribbon because it's like a 2-inch ring, I think, so it's too thick for the lobster clasp to close. But this is my little dangle for the side. And then, let's see, in here, okay, so in here, I added this pocket. This pocket is actually from I think this is the Scrap Diva. It's a large tag that she had. It comes with like 2 different styles or something, and it has this pocket. So I put the pocket to add these tags that I made, and I didn't know if she was going to want to actually use these tags, so I didn't really want to put them in a tag flip or anything. Plus, I didn't do that many tags to do a tag flip. But they're both basically the same, maybe a little bit difference in the papers, and it just has a bunch of gingies in the back of a truck. And then I used some jemmies for the hubcaps. I put a little jingle bell on here, and these are very, very heavily influenced by Jillian Norwood. I just love her tags. I think everything that she makes is awesome. But yeah, so on this side, I didn't have any embellishments to put right there, so I just put a paper piece die cut that I had made for her. And on here, I used this little gingerbread cup mug, and I put one of these pearl bows from Michaels this year, and then I added a little clay piece in the middle. I used jemmies for the eyes and some glitter paper that was from Michaels' website or online, influenced by Lisa. She's Leave It to Lisa Crafts. Hi, Lisa. And then I put this little Christmas tree in its hand. I just thought it was cute for it to be holding something and give it a little extra something. And then I made this little clothespin, and I was just like, I picked like 2 ribbons like this and just clipped it on so that hopefully everything won't fall off on the way to Sabrina. Okay, and then this keeps happening, but hold on. I made some little dangles. I had asked her if she would consider like some small dangles an embellishment, and she said yes. So I had made these like when I first knew I was going to do this swap in preparation for this, and these actually I wire wrapped these last year. I went to a Paige Evans retreat, and we had to make memdex, and so I wire wrapped a few packs of these and added them to my memdexes for the swap at the retreat. Anyways, yeah, I just think they're really cute, very nice and Christmassy, and they have a little gingerbread on each of them. And then I won this die in a giveaway that Sele did. Where is it? Okay, I know it's right here somewhere, but I don't know. Anyways, these are like little, it's actually a die, and it basically mirrors this shape, and then you just fold it in half. I double layered it just so that it would be sturdy and it won't tear on the way there, and added these little wood snowflake buttons, and then a little clay gingerbread piece on top. And then I tried to glue them onto here with just like a little glue dot thing, but, well, not a glue dot that I made out of, what's that called? This. And it didn't work. They're too heavy and it kept falling off, so I made these clothespins, and I added this flat back. These are also from Michael's this year, and they're just glued on there, so she will be able to reuse these clips if she would like, for her own purposes. And I just did like that, and then it basically falls into the groove, so it clips really nice. And yeah, that's that. Okay, then we have these little embellishments. These are stamped and colored, and then I paper pieced the top so it looks like a cloth lid, and I tied some twine around, it's also so it looks more like a real jar, and then added this bow. These are from Target this year, and I was gifted these by my bestie Renee. She's Crafty Renee Creates. If you're wondering, this stamp is a Stampin' Up stamp. I want to say it's like 1999 or something, or maybe 2000, but it's Stampin' Up anyways. Okay, so then I did the same thing. I clipped the ribbons so that they won't fall out, but I used the same pocket, that Scrap Diva pocket. And then this is a die I bought. I think I bought it on Amazon. I might have bought it on Ali, but I'm pretty sure I bought this on Amazon. And it's just a little gingerbread cup, and I used that same glitter, non-shed glitter paper from Michaels.com. And then this paper is from DCWV. Most of the pages in this album, the background papers are from a DCWV pad from like 3 years ago or something that I bought at Joann's. But I made these two tags. They're basically exactly the same. And I added this cute gingerbread ribbon on the top. And then I tied it with this, like, I don't know what to call this. It's like a jute, maybe. I'm not sure. And it has this glittery thread in it. And I actually separated it. It's a thicker string than this, but I didn't want it to be that thick. And I, how did I do this? I think I just basically like trapped this when I tied the bow on, and then put the jingle bell on there. And it doesn't really jingle that good, but... And then I used some confettis to make this heart and these little candy kids on the side. And this is an embossing folder, a tiny embossing folder from, I think it's called Basic Gray. It's like an old embossing folder set because I don't even think they're in business anymore. And it came with a snowman or something, but I did like that it had that. So then I put a little strip of this paper across, and what did I do? Okay, so I cut this tag like on this paper, this embossed paper, and see, you can see that it's embossed. Anyways, then I cut another one out of this checker paper, and then I ran it a second time, and I just slid the die upward and like ran it through and like turned it back so that it wouldn't all the way cut this off, and it would be the same shape on top, but it would be shorter and have the scallop, so that you just saw this part of it on the bottom. And then I added this pretty lace. This is my favorite lace from AliExpress, and this snowflake is part of a set from Amazon. And then I put these tiny little pearls and layered some clay bits so that it looks more like a gingerbread house. And then on the back I added this circle and these tiny little gingerbread. And these gingerbread are from a confetti plate set from KS Craft. This paper is from a Walmart paper pad that Jen from Strawberry Cream 39 had showed on her channel a while back, and the colors are very like strawberry colors, so that's why she bought it, but I love it and I thought it went cute with that. So yeah, so that's that. And then I made these shaker jars. This is I want to say it's Alina Craft, maybe. I'm pretty sure this is an Alina die. I'm not 100%. And then I made it into a shaker. I had pieced those little gingerbreads also from KS Craft, and just added some mix. And I think they came out cute. And then I added a twine and a wooden snowflake button, and then added a clay piece on the top. And then I left the strings dangling because I just thought it was aesthetically pleasing, and I tied a knot at the ends so that it doesn't unravel and it just looks more finished. So that's those two. And then I needed to take up space on this side, so I put another paper piece die cut. On this one I added this little pearl bow, and then you know, if she wanted to use it she could. And then on this side I added these peppermint bows. These are also from KS Craft, and I left the little twine that I tied it with dangling and added some jingle bells. So I think that's fun. I know that's not specifically gingerbread, but I feel like candy goes with gingerbread. So since there's more than 3 sets of embellishments, I figured she's probably not going to care, and maybe she'll find use for them because, you know, bows are a little bit time intensive to make, and so then she just has some ready to go. On this side, I paper pieced this, I forget what this die is called, but it's also from KS Craft, from like 2 years ago. And I added jemmies for the eyes. On this one I inked it up a little bit. I think this is the gingerbread that comes with this die set, and this gingerbread is from the Ice Cream Parlor Christmas add-on set. And then I just added the marshmallows in right here. I kind of cut them off so they sort of look like they're floating in the cocoa. And then these are not glued in because I didn't want them to get damaged if she takes them off. And I just attached them with these little clothespins that I made. And then on this side I again used that Scrap Diva pocket from the large tag set, and I just tucked a bag topper in here. I had made these bag toppers for like the extra gifts, but then I didn't end up packaging them in a way to use this. So I just slid it on top of here to embellish the pocket. And this is a Park Lane pad that I had in my stash. This bag topper is from KS Craft. I added some jemmies for his eyes and some little peppermints for his cheeks. And I didn't feel like he needed a mouth, so I left him like that. And then I added these little pearls from Dollar Tree for his buttons, and one of these Target bows that Renee gave me. Inside the pocket, I made 2 of these tags. They have rosettes on them. Oh my gosh. And again, they're made the same. They're just red on the back. And I did put eyelets through the tags so that, and chipboard in the middle. Do these have chipboard? Yeah, these have chipboard. So it's the chipboard sandwich between 2 pieces of very thick cardstock, and then wood grain pattern paper as the layering piece. And then I used this houndstooth pattern paper to make the rosette, and this is from Sizzix by Tim Holtz, or Tim Holtz with Sizzix. However you want to say it, it's from that set. And then I added this, actually I added a snowflake. This was from an Amazon die set. And then this gold string, just for, like, to give it some extra texture, I guess. And then I used these tiny gingerbread with candy cane ribbon. This came from Joann's. It's Park Lane, or the house brand, whatever they called the ribbons. And then so was this. And this came in a 3-pack with like a dark green and a red. But rest in peace, Joann's. And then it has a little jingle bell just to give it something. And it has one of those cabochons to finish it off from Michael's. And then I kind of put these like this, and then like a little bit sideways, so that they'll fit in there together and hopefully not damage each other on the way to their destination. And then on the back, I just added my maker's mark at yes, December 9th. My style's clean and cute. And I had made these last year, but I had some left over, so yeah, I just made those on my Cricut, and it was really nice. Okay, so for some of the extras in here, I added some of those straw toppers from Walmart, and I had gotten gifted this wrapping paper because, you know, people know that I love gingerbread, and so I used some of that to wrap this. And then in here, I used, I want to say this is a Scrap Diva die, green cardstock. It's like a thick green cardstock, and I used 2 different gingerbread papers. I think this one is DCWV, and this one is from a Park Lane pad. And then I added this small dangle. It's a very simple dangle, but I think it's very cute, and I like the colors they go with the papers. And then I added these, it's like a chip bag clip or something. I found it at Hobby Lobby a couple years ago, and I hadn't had the opportunity to use them because I usually don't swap Christmas, but gingerbread kind of overlaps, so yeah. And then in here I have some wire wrapped beads, and you kind of just like, oh, I don't want to break it. Okay, you kind of just, and They look like that. Some of them are stacks, and then some of them are these Hobby Lobby beads from last year. Unfortunately, they didn't bring them back this year. If you're watching Hobby Lobby, please, please bring these back. I love them so much, and I'm out now. I basically am sending my last ones to Sabrina. So, that is that. And put those in there. And then just kind of shake it so everything will stay in there. And clip that. And then last, I think one of the things was a $5 store-bought gift. So I'm not sure if this was exactly $5. It might have been slightly over, but you know, whatever. It went with the theme really well, so I hope that she likes it. And it's this bag topper die, and it has little gingerbreads in here. And then it has some other little cookies or whatever. I think this is supposed to be like a cookie box maybe. But I usually use it as a bag topper. I've never actually used it with the cookies, only with the hearts. But it has these 2 layering pieces, which is nice because you could make it into a shaker if you wanted to. And I also have this die, and I like playing with it. And then I forgot to put this in the other bag. Oh, where is the other bag? There's another bag of goodies somewhere. But I already like closed it, so yeah. But these are sticky notes, and it has a little gingerbread in a cup, and I just, you know, think they're cute, and it goes with the swap, so I'm gonna send her one of those. And then I'm just, oh wait. Okay, sorry for the crinkling, you guys. This is a reveal, and then I used another one of those chip clips and just put it like this so that it will stay small in transit. And then the notepads had these pens also, so I included this candy pen in there for her, as well as a pencil. Oh, I think the pencil is in the other bag. And then I included some stickers that are like layered gingerbread stickers from Hobby Lobby, and a pack of these foam gingerbread guys, also from Hobby Lobby. I don't know what she would do with them, but you know, for like next year's crafting. And that's the bag. And then I made this card for her. This is a Hobby Lobby paper pad. I know it's not like the same collection, but I think it still works. And I tied this bow from some ribbon that I think was also from Joann's. This embellishment is from Hobby Lobby. It's like a foam sticker thing. And then I had these tiny doll buttons, and I used brown because it goes with the gingerbread. And then this die is a gingerbread cookie cooling rack die set, and it has little bumps on the right here, like where the soldering point is for the rack, like for the little feet or whatever that hold it up. But I just cut it off, like fussy cut it off, so that, because I didn't have another large gingerbread that would be good for a card front, and this just turned out perfect. So you guys don't feel like you have to run out and get things sometimes for your projects. Just kind of think how you could modify dies that you already have, and just make it work for you. So that's what I did. And then I added my S heart and 2025. Obviously this was due in January, but I made the cards before Christmas, because these are also the same cards that I used for my thank yous for Christmas. And then I just added a white cardstock inside if she's going to want to use that. And I'll add a little note thanking her for swapping with me and, you know, just like a little message or whatever. And then I used a craft color envelope to go with the card. And that is my swap. Thank you guys for spending your time with me and watching this video. Let me know what's the favorite thing that I made of this swap. And I appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. Have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you on the next one.